Hi, my name is Pascal, and in this video I will show you a detailed review of the premium version of my favorite WordPress theme, Blocksy. In the video I will also share with you 7 step-by-step tutorials of my favorite Blocksy PRO features. Mega menu and advanced menu options, a great way to make your menu's items stand out with icons, badges, and even custom content. Content blocks or hooks, which is a powerful option that gives you the ability to create promo bars, pop-ups, custom templates, and show them when and where you want throughout your whole website. WooCommerce Wishlist, to give your e-commerce visitors the ability to save their favorite products in a dedicated page. Post Types Extra, a great integration with dynamic content plugins as ACF, Jet Engine, Toolset, and some other cool options. Shortcuts Bar, a handy floating bar to provide quick links to your main call to actions. Local Google Fonts, a simple way to store your Google Fonts locally and make your website load faster and be more GDPR compliant. And Custom Sidebars, create how many sidebars you want and show them exactly where you need based on conditional logic. These are just some of the great features that we will discover and cover in this review and tutorial. I also wanted to remind you that you can use Blocksy together with Elementor if you want, or you can just use Gutenberg together with one of your favorite blocks plugin. Personally, I love to create websites using Blocksy and Stackable, which is a great Gutenberg block plugin. I've also created a full 3 hours tutorial on how to create a website using Blocksy and Stackable, and I'll leave you the link in the description below and in the cards of this video. Blocksy popularity is growing fast, and it's because of its beautiful user interface, the ease of use, a great developer and support team, and most of all, a warm and welcoming community. So, if you will choose Blocksy for your next WordPress project, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. And I also assure you that you will be very happy if you buy the Pro version, because it's beautiful, full of great features. You can write me a comment down below if you got any question, and you can also use the video timestamps that I provide you in the description below to jump to the parts of the video that you're most interested in. One last thing before starting. If you want to join my free community to share your WordPress experience, you can join by clicking on the link below. It's completely free and I will be very happy to welcome you in. Now, let's dive into this Blocksy PRO review and tutorial. Blocksy is my favorite theme, and I'm sure that if you watch this video till the end, you will fall in love with Blocksy too. Let's jump to the premium page. I'll leave you a link to this page in the description below, and it's my personal affiliate link, so I thank you in advance if you want to click on this link before making your purchase, because I will be able to get a small commission. For you the price will be the same, but you will be able to support also my channel and help me create more awesome content. From this page, you can just scroll down and see all the features, the premium features which are included with the Pro version of Blocksy. And there's no need for you to scroll down here because I will explain them to you in detail in the video. So let's go now and click on Buy Now. And from here, you will see the pricing of this beautiful theme. You can choose between 2 different kind of licenses. The first one, it's an annual license, which will renew each year. And the second one, it's a lifetime license, which is very interesting because you need to pay only once. And you will get access to lifetime updates and lifetime support. Let's check them out. So we scroll down here, we see that there is a first personal license for 1 site, a second license for 5 sites, and a third license for unlimited sites. This is great because you can choose based on what you will do with Blocksy. Of course, if you create sites for your clients, you can start maybe with a professional one, and then you can jump later on the agency plan. And if you want to buy only once, you can just select lifetime here, and you can choose personal, professional, or agency. I personally bought the agency one because I used to create a lot of websites for my clients, and this is a great solution if you want to pay only once and never have to think about renewals again. Or if you prefer, you can just switch on the annual. Now I will select lifetime and I'll show you the buying process. It's very easy. Let's say that we want the professional one for 5 sites, for example. You can click on Buy Now, and from this screen you can just buy your Blocksy PRO license. You can also easily switch between the 2 type of licenses if you change your mind from here, and if you want you can also go back here and just select the other type of licenses. And if you're just renewing your license or you want to upgrade maybe your license, you can click here, insert your license key and proceed to the checkout, and it's very easy. And down here, if you're buying from Europe, for example, you can insert your VAT number in order to remove this tax. And of course, the pricing will be a little bit different depending on the country you're buying from. So in this case, I'm from Europe, from France, and I've got this tax here of $39. And if you got a promotional code, you can insert it here. Then now here you have to choose your email address, name, second name, last name, first name, last name. Sometimes it also asks you to confirm your email address. If you want, then you can also, voila, select your payment method, for example, credit or debit card or PayPal if you prefer. And then you can click on the button here to continue and finalize your purchase. This is great. It's very easy. It's just a simple checkout process. And then once you bought, you will be redirected to your thank you page. You will also receive some important emails, and the most important one is this one. This email contains all the information you need to start with Blocksy Premium. So you can click on the second link to download your zip file, and then you can select and copy your license key. Another way to download Blocksy Premium and to copy your license is to go here to My Account, and then you can click on Downloads, and you can click here if you want to download your latest premium version of Blocksy. When you click on the button, you'll see this screen, and from here you can select your license and you can copy the license that you need. Okay, now let's see how to install Blocksy Premium into our website. So let's go and click here. I'm just logging into my website. So let's go on plugins here, add new. Let's click on upload plugin. We can directly upload the file that we just downloaded. Okay, there it is. Install now, and after the installation process, we will be asked to insert our license key. Let's click on Activate Plugin. Okay, here we have to insert our license key. Okay, now we can click on Activate License. Voila! It's very easy, and now we are ready to dive into Blocksy Premium. Okay, you can see that we have Blocksy Pro active now, and when we click on Extensions, we got some Pro extensions ready to activate on our website. We will cover the most interesting one together in this video. And then you can also see that here on the left side of the screen, you got content blocks, which is a great premium feature that we will also learn how to use in this video. If you need to manage your account, you can go here on Account. You can see the license which is active on your account. And if you want, you can also change your license. One last thing you need to do is to go to Plugins here. And if you already had the free version of Blocksy installed, you will see that the free version of the Blocksy Companion plugin is already deactivated, and you can also delete it. I strongly suggest you to delete it. Okay, let's click on OK, and that's it. If you reload the page and you empty your cache, you can also click on the Enable Auto Updates feature here. I always suggest you to leave this enabled because you will be able to get immediate access to the latest updates for new features and new security improvements. When you upgrade to Blocksy Premium, you get access to a lot of different kind of cool features. The first one is Enhanced Header Builder. This one, it's a really great feature which lets you create different headers and footers for different pages on your website. For example, on this website of mine, I have created a cool header using some of the premium Blocksy options that we will cover in this video, and I've decided to have a completely different header in another page of my website, this one, where I recommend different kind of plugins, hosting, themes, and so on. And as you can see here, the header is completely different. And it's very convenient for me to have this option because I can choose on different kind of pages of my website a different header if I need some different functionalities. So as you can see here, it's a very cool option, and you can use the same option also to have different kind of footers throughout all your website pages. You also got duplicate elements, which lets you duplicate simply the elements that you get on your header. So in this case, this is Blocksy free, and when you upgrade to Blocksy Premium, you can have duplicate elements. For example, here I have a duplicate button. I have this contact me button right here, and I have another button here, and so on. So you can duplicate things, and it's very easy and convenient sometimes to have the ability to do so. You can also add multiple menus. In the free version, you can just add 2 menus, as you can see here, while in the Pro version, you can add a lot of different kind of menus. You've got here menu number 1, number 2, number 3, and you also got 2 different menus for mobile version of your website. Now, when we scroll down in the premium page of Blocksy website, we can see that we also got some header pro elements when we upgrade, and these are very, very powerful elements. As you can see here, we got only a few elements when we're using Blocksy Free, which is already a great thing because as you can see here, the header looks gorgeous right now. But if you need some more functionalities, look here on the left side, you got tons of different elements that you can add to your navigation, and you can see them all in action here in this header. It's a little bit cluttered and overwhelming, but you don't have to use them all at once as I'm doing here in this video, of course. But for example, let's see here, this is a language switcher, which is great, and this element will appear on your Blocksy elements here under the language element here, only if you have got Polylang or WPML or TranslatePress plugin installed. If you got one of these plugins and you use it to translate your website, you will see this option in order to show a language switcher here in the navigation menu. And if you want, you can put the same switcher also in the footer section of your website. You can also add a long label for your language and so on. It's a really, really cool and full of features when you upgrade to Blocksy Premium. And then going on with the functionalities that you obtain, as you can see here, we got some other stuff. This search box, it's gorgeous. And when you use the free version, you just get this search icon. And when you click it, you get this search box here, which is great. But sometimes you just need a simple search box like this one in order to let people search content into your website. And here, if you select this search box, of course, you can replace it wherever you want in your navigation menus here. Let's enable live results. Let's enable also live results images, and we try to search something. For example, here I'm going to search for a WooCommerce product. Okay, the icon says that it's searching. As you can see here, I have a live result. It looks gorgeous, and you can just click on the element and it will bring you to the page. Wow. So let's go on here and discover all the other elements that we can use when we upgrade to Blocksy Premium. By the way, if you choose to upgrade to Blocksy Premium using my affiliate link, which is below in the description of this video, I thank you in advance because you are helping me and supporting me to create more content for my YouTube channel. I will be able to create more and more free content like this one. Let's go on now. We can see here in the top right side of the website that we have a little heart. This is a great functionality if you have e-commerce with WooCommerce, and it adds the wishlist functionality to your website. And as you can see, I can, for example, choose to add to my wishlist this product. And once I do so, I can see an icon appearing here, number 1 badge. And when I click here, I can see all my products that I have added to my wish list. And this is great because it can also be done for people that are not logged in into your website. So if I open my website in an incognito tab like this, okay, if I navigate to the shop page and I choose to add some products to my wish list, let's say I love this beanie here. I click here, I can see here that the product has been added to my wish list. And when I click to my wish list, I can immediately see my product. Let's go on and check some other stuff here. Another cool element that you can add to your website is the contact element. Here, as you can see, you can simply add some contact data to your website, but you can also use it in a creative way like this. In this case, I've used it to display a call to action to my latest reviews, for example. And as you can see, it's very easy to customize. You can just go here, you can change the title, you can change the content. You can also link to a page of your website. For example, here, if I want, I can just link to my reviews, latest reviews page, and people that will click here will just land on my reviews page, for example. So it's a simple way to drive traffic to a page. One more thing that you can do, you can use this trigger here in order to display a call to action and a side panel like this one. This is very interesting, and you can use it also if you have some quick offers or some quick promotions that you want to display to people, or if you want to have a handy menu to display some functionalities of your website to your visitors. You will also have some custom dividers, which are just some simple dividers that lets you control better the design appearance of the elements of your page. For example, in this case, I've used a divider to divide this menu from the other parts of the elements that are present in my top bar, for example. And last but not least, we also can add some custom widgets if we want to your navigation. This is great. Basically, you can do the same thing also for your footer. So you will have some custom elements that you will be able to add to your footer. And these are very easy to find out. You can just scroll down here and you will see custom footers. Wow, that's it. So you can create multiple footers, you can display conditionally footer, and you can also have some pro footers element like the logo and some other stuff, which is really great. Another great option is the fact that you can create advanced menus. This is great because, as you can see here, wow, you can create some custom menus with mega menus like this one. You can enable some badges like this to drive attention to some items on your menu, for example, and you can place them wherever you want. In this case, I've placed them here and here, some badges with some customized call to actions. For example, you can use icons, you can use mega menus, and you can create content using Gutenberg in all these places of the website, as you can see. And this is great, and it's a great solution if you want to upgrade your website and make it more professional and good looking. Another great feature is the hook system, contact blocks. It's an hook system, very advanced, and it is very easy to use even if you are just a beginner. So let's see how it works. You just need to go on some of the pages of your website, let's say the home page, for example, and you can click on hook locations and click on show themes hooks. Let's click here, and once you've clicked here, you will see a lot of different parts of your website in which you can insert some content. You can insert some content, for example, before the header or after the header, or it's very interesting once you navigate, for example, into a WooCommerce page, let's say the shop page. You can also add content in WooCommerce cards, and you can just click here and you will be able to create a new kind of content using Gutenberg or using Elementor, for example. And you can do the same thing in the product page. You can add some content here dynamically, you can add it here. You can basically do whatever you want. It's very powerful. To finish also our tour of the premium functionalities, you can also add some custom sidebars in different pages of your website. Let's say that you want a custom sidebar for your shop, like in this example, for example, or you want a custom sidebar for your blog. You can create multiple sidebars, and then you can assign them to blog posts and to shop pages, for example. Then you also have white label option if you choose one of the agency licensing packages, or you can also add custom code snippets. This is very useful if you want to integrate, for example, Google Analytics or some other code in a simple way. You also got some WooCommerce Extra. This is great because you can add, for example, in the shop page, you can add quick view. Here you can click on this quick view icon and you can showcase your products in this beautiful way. You can add the wishlist functionality. You can add also some important options in the layout of the product page, for example. A floating cart, this is great. And if we go to the product, and once we scroll down, you will see appearing this floating cart. So you can just add to cart your product, even if you are scrolling down, maybe to read the description. And the description is so convincing that I need to click the add to cart immediately, and I can do it with this functionality here. As you can see here, if I switch to a different kind of gallery, for example, this number 2 gallery, I can see that there is basically a slider that enables the ability to scroll in between the picture of my product. That's great. And I can also choose this one. This one is a great solution also if I want to showcase in my product in a different kind of way. This is basically a picture carousel of my product. I love it. I like it very much. And it's kind of different. As you can see here, you can just revamp all your e-commerce in a few clicks. Everything is smooth, perfect, and clean, and it works great on all devices. It's simply amazing. Write me down in the comment section below which is your favorite feature, and I will be happy also to comment, read all your comments, and also if you have some questions, feel free to drop me a line down in the comment section. Now let's see how to create a mega menu like this one. And in this tutorial, I will show you how to add all the elements that you can see here in this case. For example, this badge here, or also these icons, or this kind of different elements. You can show a simple text like in this about section. You can show some clickable elements, so a kind of navigation here, or you can also build your custom blocks like this one, or you can also build with Elementor or with Gutenberg some content, and you can show it whatever you want in your mega menus. Let's see how easy it is to do so. The first thing you need to do is to go to your website here and click on menus. You can also go simply to appearance and click on menus. And now you can go down here and you can see our menu has this structure. I'll show you how to create this menu from scratch. So let's go on create a new menu. And let's say that in this menu, we will have some different kind of items. For example, a homepage item, a services item, a blog item, and that's it. So let's go here and let's create this menu. Example menu. Okay, let's click on create menu to the bottom right side of the page. And once the menu is ready to be created and populated with items, we can go here on the left side of the page, view all. We can add our homepage link, and we can also add some custom links. In this case, our custom link will be the perfect link in order to create our mega menu. So we can use this link, so it will be an empty link, and it will only serve the purpose to be used to a door to open our mega menu like this. So we just need to have an empty URL, so we need to place this element here like this, and then we can go here and insert our menu item title, for example, services. Okay, we can add this item to the menu, and if you want, you can also add some more pages. So for example, our shop page, for example, let's see if it is here or in products, for example. All products, this is my shop page, and I will just call it shop, for example. Okay, so I need this page, this services page, to become a mega menu. If I want, I can also add some more stuff inside. And for example, I can add all the elements that will be used after to populate my different headings, like this, the about section, the my services section, and this third section, for example. And if you want to do it, you can do like this. You go back in custom links, you can use this symbol here, and then here you can give the name of these different sections. For example, my first section will be the about one, so I will create an about section. And so I will just call it about here. And I don't need it to be a real link, so I just leave it like this. Okay, this section, I drag it and drop it here, and I'll be sure that I'm dragging and dropping like this. So it's a sub item of services, okay? And I can go on adding a second section, for example. In this case, I want this second section to be a real page, for example. And if you want, you can also make this heading clickable. So if you want to do so, I'll show you in now. Let's close all the other pages that are not useful for us at the moment. Okay, and back to our menu here, you can add another page. For example, let's say that we want to add our landing page. Let's click add to menu. Okay, I will place this landing page as a sub item. The second sub item is this landing page. I want to change the title, and I want to make it something more appealing. So services, my services, or featured, for example. And then we can also add a third one, which will be kind of a call to action. So let's go on custom link again here. Let's do it like this, okay. And then let's say here CTA, call to action. This title will not appear, and we will be able to hide it exactly as I did here. As you can see here, I just used a custom title, and I will show you in a moment how to do so. So we have the basics of our mega menu, which will be linked to our services item. And in order to enable this mega menu, we have to be sure that we will go to Blocksy. Here, we'll open in a new tab all the options. We'll go to extensions, and we will go to Pro extensions. So here we scroll down, okay, and we see that there is an advanced menu item here that we can activate. Create beautiful personalized menus that set your website apart from others. Add icons, badges to your entries, and even add content blocks inside your drop-downs. Once you enable this, you will see all the options appearing in your menu. So enable it, okay. Once you've done, you can come back here, you will save your menu. And once you have saved your menu, you will see that in all the different items, once you click here on the arrow, you will see this voice appearing, menu item settings. So I go on the services page, I click on the arrow, I click on menu item settings, okay, and here the magic happens. So I can enable mega menu settings, which is the main thing we want to do right now, and I can also choose the width of my section. In this case, I advise you to leave under content width. It's the best way to obtain a great design, but if you want, you can also put this full width, or you can add a custom width if you need it. In this case, we will leave content width. We can choose different sections and columns we will have to display. For example, in this case, if you want, you can display 4, 5, or 6 columns, but I will go with 3, like in the example that we just saw here, this one. Okay, so 3 columns. And let's see also here, you can also choose some different, different layouts. In this case, I will just use 3 equally spaced columns. Then we can go back down here, item label settings. We can see that this item label is referring to this label, in this case, the services label. So we can choose to disable this label if you want. In this case, I suggest you to leave it enable. And then we can disable or enable the link. In this case, we can disable the link because it's a fake link. We don't need this page to be linked. In this case, we just need people to be able to click, to hover with mouse on this voice, and they will be able after to click on the content right here. And if you want, you can also leave this page clickable, but in this case, I will just leave it without link. So I just disabled the link. I can add an icon if I want. I can select some icons from the huge library of Font Awesome, for example, and I can search for, I don't know, maybe a star icon, and wow, there are a lot of different choices. So you can just choose, for example, this one, and down here you can adjust the size, the position, and you can also add a badge. The badge is the one that I've added here, where we say new, for example, and if you want to do so, you can just enable it like this, and you can write down, for example, click here. And here you can also align it differently. In this case, I just leave it at the same alignment of the main item, but you can also do like this. In this case, in the featured badge here, it's a little bit, elevated in comparison to the main word, and you can do so by clicking on the option here and maybe doing -10, for example. You can then save your settings. If you want, you can also go to the design tab here and you can change font color and some other stuff if you need it. We can save settings again. We can click away once you've saved, and we can click also on save menu. So now when we go back to our website, okay, we will need to assign this menu to our navigation. So let's go on the customizer, okay? And once the customizer is enabled, we just need to choose this menu and to make it appear somewhere. So in this case, we want this menu to be the main one, for example. So we remove this one, okay? And or we can just go here and select our menu. So in this case, it will be my example menu. Let's do it from scratch. So we don't have any menu. We just need to go to elements here. So you just find this when you click on header, for example, and you can go on the menu number 1. Okay, I can drag and drop it here. Okay. Oh, I needed to, it was not the right position. I just needed to be here on the center of the bottom row, for example. And once I click on this menu number 1, I can assign it to the example menu. So I publish my menu. Okay, as you can see, there is my icon, there's my badge, click here, and the mega menu appears like this. So what we can do in order to make it look gorgeous like the other one, it's very easy. In this case, let's just see the difference. So this is our the thing that we want to obtain, and this is where we are now. So we have still a little bit of work to do, but we are getting close, as you can see, you know. So let's see what we can do. Let's go back to our menu here, and as you saw here in the menu item settings, you have the same setting when you click on the other sub items. So you can go on the about section here, and you can click on menu item settings. In this case, we want to showcase a text. So we go on content type and we select custom text. Okay, that's great. So here we can simply copy and paste this text, for example. Okay, we go back to our custom text here and we copy our text. Very easy. You can also add some links if you want. You can select a word and you can link it. You can paste whatever link you want. You can also link to some special pages of your website, for example, a contact page, for instance, and then you can just go on. So down here you also have the item label settings. This item label settings is referring to your item label, which in this case it's about. We will be able also to transform it to an heading, which is right what we need to do right now. As you can see here, it's an heading, this one. And in this case, it's still a simple label, a simple menu item. We want to transform it, so we choose heading, or we can also disable it if we want. But in this case, we just need it to be an heading. We can also disable the link, so this page will not link if people try to click on the about heading here. They will be not linked anywhere. Okay, this is great. So that's what we need in this case. And if you want, you can also add an icon. This is a great icon, or you can also search for user and see if there is something more interesting. For example, this one. Okay, we can go on now and we can increase the size, position, add a badge if you want, and then we can save our settings. Let's go and see if everything looks as we want. Let's check it out. Okay, let's go here. This is still the old one. I need to publish my new menu here and to reload my page. And let's check it out. Okay, this is my menu. Wow. Okay, it's becoming to look great, but we have something to adjust here, as you can see, regarding colors and regarding other stuff. But we will go back here soon. Before doing so, we just need to create the other two sections, and then we will dive into the design options. So let's go back to our menu, and let's say that in the second featured services, for example, we need a series of elements. So let's go on menu item settings, and we will need to add a navigation here. So what you can do to add a navigation? It's very easy. You can just select some other pages of your website. In this case, we will create some custom links, but in your case, I suggest you to use links to your products or to your post pages, for example. So let's do like this. Let's say that you want to showcase some products, for example. So let's go here. Let's go on this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay. Let's add them to your menu. And then we will place them as a sub items of this element. So they will be all here. Single, album, okay, polo, okay, that's it. And okay, we are ready. And we go back here and we just need to go and maybe disable this label. So we go on menu item settings and we click on heading and we disable the link. Okay, if you want, you can also add some icons. Here you can add some product, for example, or maybe some shopping. Okay, maybe this icon here. Okay, save settings. Okay, that's it. We can save our menu. If we go back now to your website and you reload the page, you will see that there are some different navigations like this. And these are all the links to our products in this case, but if you are showcasing your services or some of your key pages or your key posts of your website, you just need to link them as I show you here in the menu. So you just need to click on the elements that you want to add to your menu and then to place them as sub-items of the selected item in this case. So in this case, I want them to be sub-items of the featured services. Okay, and then last, the CTA here, we need to do like this. Don't worry about the design, but we will choose different colors and we will adjust them to look like this in a moment. But before, we just need to create the last content. And in order to do so, we just need to go back to our website. We go to Blocksy and we select content blocks. From here, you can click on add new. You can leave selected this custom content hook. You can go here and you say, for example, CTA menu, or maybe the like this, menu CTA. Create content blocks. Okay, here you can add whatever you want. You can also add some Elementor library if you have created your elements using Elementor, or if you need, you can just create an element like I will show you in a moment. Right now, using Gutenberg. So we can use a group element, for example, group, okay, and then right inside here we can place maybe some heading, like for example like this. And let's go back here and change the maybe we can just use a paragraph, a simple paragraph, and we can style it like this. We can go on text if you want to use different color. I suggest you to use always the theme colors because they are global, and if you choose to change them later on, they will be upgraded and just in one click. So it's very easy to take control of all your website's colors. For example, this color, and we can make it a little bit bigger like this. We can also bold it a little bit, okay. Then back down here we can insert an image if you want, like media library. We can go maybe here, this one. We can make it like this, and we can also make it full width in this case, because it will just be a little stuff. Back down here we can also add a button, so we can go and search for a button and click on contact me, for example. And here, if you want, you can also link to your contact page, for example, or you can choose whatever page you need to link to this button. Okay, contact page, I will just leave it like this. Okay, if you want, you can also select this button and make it full width too. We can update, and basically we are obtaining a great design. But what we need to do also here is to go here to the list view, select the group, and make it look a little bit more gorgeous. So we add a background, this background, for example, and then we can also add some border like this one. We can also add a border radius if you want, but in this case I will be happy like this. So let's update. Now we need to go back to our menu where we were customizing the menu. So we go to appearance, menus, and the third element will be the CTA. So let's click here on the arrow. Let's click on menus, item settings. And now we can just choose here content block. As you can see here, you can select your content blocks. We just created one and we published it. So it's visible here. And in this case, it's our menu CTA. Okay, we just disable our item label. This will just hide the CTA label, which we don't need it right now. So we need to go here to save settings, and basically that's it. So if we save and reload the main page of our website now, we will see that in our mega menu there is the call to action. That's gorgeous. So the last thing we need to do is to update colors. So we can go back to menu now, and basically we need to adjust the design options through your mega menu settings. So we go to services right now, we go to menu item settings, we go to design, we go to link color, and you can use a different link color. For example, you can place white color and also a different hover link color, green one. You can also change the heading font. In this case, we need to have a clear heading font because we have a dark background. And you can also change the text color. Same thing, we need a clear text color. Columns divider, we can leave it like this. Drop down shadow, okay. Icon color, it's okay like this. And that's it. If you want to also change your badge settings, you can also change the color right here. But in this case, I will leave it green because I like it like this. And I save my menu. And when I go back to my home page now, when I go and visit my mega menu, that's it. I've created a beautiful mega menu. The last things that we might want to do is to add some icons to sub items and maybe some other badges around. And it's very easy. You just need to go back to menu, and let's say that you want to highlight your single service. You go back here, down here, you click on menu item settings. You can just enable your icon like this. Maybe you can do with a little heart icon. You can also position it wherever you want, and you can also add a badge. For example, you can say like this. And you can also align it maybe a little bit like this. -10. Save settings. If we go back here to our website, we reload the page, and we will see that there is an icon now, a heart icon with a featured badge applied. If you have any question about this tutorial about how to create a professional mega menu using Blocksy Pro, just write me down in the comment section below. Let's see now how to create a custom elements using content blocks. It's a hook system, very easy but very powerful to use into your website. As you can see here, I have a custom bar here with a call to action. Find out my advices, my recommendations, and this call to actions that just lead me to my recommendation page where I have my affiliate links. So this is a great solution if you want to drive traffic to one single page, or if you have some discounts going on, some offers, some special offers, and I will show you in a moment how to create so using content blocks. And we will also see how to use content blocks to create pop-ups like this one. This is a great pop-up. It's a feature that lets you link a pop-up to a button. Like you can see here, I click on this button and I see this pop-up. But I can do the same thing, also creating pop-ups, very different kind of pop-ups all over my website, and also automatic pop-ups. For example, showing some pop-ups, showcasing some special discounts or special offers, or to drive traffic to a new blog post, for example, or whatever I want. I'll show you in a moment how to do so. So let's start by creating a simple call to action bar like this one, like this blue call to action bar at the top of the website. And to do so, we just need to go here to be sure to have enabled our Blocksy Pro premium license, and then we can go to our website, we go to Blocksy, content blocks, and we create our customized CTA. So let's go to add new. We just choose our custom content hooks, okay, and we give a name to this block, so we just can have a kind of CTA bar. Okay, let's create content block, and now we will be able to create our CTA bar. So let's insert a column. Oh no, maybe this, in this case, a group before. Okay, and this group we will put it full width, and inside the group we will use a column structure, a column, okay, like this one. Double column, for example, it will be very easy to customize. And in the first part, we just need to have a paragraph. We will say okay, like this, a simple, very interesting sentence, a compelling sentence. Okay, there is a super offer here. So we just put some scarcity. We can just have a different paragraph to say limited time only, for example. And in order to make this space a little bit less, we just need to go inside our column here and to check our dimensions, block spacing, and we can enable our block spacing like this. Okay, to 1 it's perfect. Let's click on update, for example. Okay, we just need to update quickly. We can go on the right side here of the block and we can use a button. Okay, we can add some text. We can say find out more. Okay, we can align this button to the center of the column, and then we can also use a background color. But before doing so, we select our columns and we place the elements aligned to the middle, to the center. Okay, perfect, vertically aligned. Then we go to the group. We can also add some backgrounds here, and we can choose gradient background, which is great to stand out like this. We can see what will work better for us. Okay, the best for us. And we can select here, and we can also increase a little bit the font size of our call to action. Okay, that's great. I like it. And if you want, you can also add a little icon here like this one. Okay, and we can also increase our text. Okay, perfect. Let's update now. We are ready to publish this CTA bar, and to do so we just need to go here to Blocksy settings, and we can see that we can define allocation and priority for our content. In this case, we need to put this content to the head start, for example. We can click on WP head start, and we can go back here, down here. We can also add some display conditions. For example, if you want to, you can choose on which pages you want to show this call to action. Let's say that we want to show this this call to action only on the home page of our website, for example. We can go scroll down here and we can see that we can choose front page, for example, and this call to action will be shown only on the front page of our site, for example. Then we can also add some user conditions. We can also say to exclude users that are logged in, for example. So we don't want to see to show this offer to users that are logged into our website. And then we can also that's it basically. Okay, let's click on update, and if you want, you can also position this bar in make it fixed. I'll show you in a moment how to do so, but now we are ready to test it out. So let's go and visit our website in an incognito tab, so we will be logged out, and voila, that's it. It's beautiful. Wow. I love this feature. Hey there is a super offer here, limited time only, find out more. That's great. So if you want, you can also put here inside here a countdown timer or whatever you want. And this is a great solution to drive traffic to some pages of your website. Of course, you will need to link this button to a page of your website. And if you want, you can also choose to give a structure here, container structure, and you can put it narrow. So the content will be a little bit, we can also do like this. A little bit, how do you say, closer. And then we can go back to our website. We'll visit our website again, and that's it. Okay, there's a problem here, a spacing problem. We'll resolve it quickly. We click on disable here on the content area vertical spacing. But going back here, oh, that's great. Looks gorgeous. And of course, it's not fixed, as you can see here. It's just disappears when you scroll down, and it will not be present in the other pages of our website because we choose to show this call to action only in the front page. As you can see here in the shop page, there's no call to actions. If I go to the contact page, for example, there's no call to action. And if I go back to my home page, there is a great call to action. Wow. So that was very easy and very, very powerful. If you want, you can also make this call to action fixed. For example, we can place it to the bottom of the website. We can go back to our content block options. We can go back to Blocksy here. We scroll down and we select fixed here. We can say bottom. Okay. You can also select an offset. In this case, no, we don't need an offset. And we uncheck the mobile visibility. So this call to action will not bother visitors in the mobile view. Let's click on update now. Going back to our website on the home page. And now the call to action will be down to the bottom of the page. That's great. And it's always visible. So it's more compelling. Maybe people will be more inclined to click here in this call to action. Wow, I love it, and it looks gorgeous, and people will certainly click here if I use a kind of a call to action like this one on an actual real website. So let me know what you think about this functionality. This is one of the most easy things that you can do with content blocks, but you get it. It's very, very powerful. Like, you can add some content wherever you want. You can add some content in your blog posts, in your shop page, in your blog archives, and so on. You can do really, really, really interesting things. And now there is another thing I wanted to show you, which is the way that we have to create pop-ups. We can create custom pop-ups like the one I showed you here, for example this one, and you can also completely customize the kind of pop-ups that you can create with content blocks. And to do so, you can just go to content blocks here. You will be able to click on add new, and you can select pop-up, which is the second option here. We can choose a name for this pop-up, custom, or maybe just a special offer. Okay. We can create content block now, and the difference is that these are pop-ups mainly, and there is also the ability for the user to get rid of it. So if you want, for example, to make the user able to close this bar, for example, you see here this bar maybe sometimes gets annoying, you can use pop-ups instead. I'll show you now. Let's go back to our to our content blocks also, so we can copy and paste the CTA bar we just created. Okay, we can use the same content, so I go here and I copy my block and I paste it here. Okay, now I will go on the options here of Blocksy, and we can place this content down here. We can go on the large size. We can choose some trigger conditions if you want. In this case, we'll just say on page load, and we will say to show this only on the front page as we did before. So we type in front page and we select the front page, and we add no user conditions, so it will be visible to every user that visits the home page. Okay, now we go on the home page. We just need to disable the previous one. So we will go to the previous CTA bar. We can go to content blocks, and we can just disable the CTA bar like this. So if you don't need it anymore, you just can disable it like this. I'll show you in a moment also some more options, interesting options about automating the visibility of the elements. And now we can go back here. Okay, everything is fine. Let's check it out in the home page. Okay. And voila, that's it. As you can see, there is the same call to action. In this case, it's closable, so people can get rid of it if they don't want to see it anymore. And you can also customize the appearance. So you can go back to your content block, special offer, and you can choose, for example, to have different design options. You can remove padding, for example. If I remove padding, I go back to my home page and I reload the page. As you can see, there's no more padding around the element, and maybe I need to increase the shadow contrast, so I can go to shadow and I can make it a little bit more darker. I can update, can go back here, and the shadow now will be a little bit more strong. Okay, that's great. And man, that's gorgeous. I'm very happy to use and to show you how to use Blocksy in this case, because it's simply gorgeous. As you can see, in a few clicks you can do basically whatever you want with your website. And here you have a lot of different functionalities that you can enable or disable about designing. Of course, here you have a lot of things you can use to design, and you can also place the element differently in the page. For example, we can place it at the center of the page, and we can also use medium size, and we can use a different kind of animation if you want to increase how do you say, to customize the animation. For example, we can decrease the animation speed, and we can use a different entrance value to see. We can leave this trigger condition. If you enable this option, when people click the close button, they won't be bothered again with the same pop-up, and we will leave it unchecked for the moment. And then this is great because you can also choose if you want to make this pop-up expire. You can say this will expire, for example, the 13th of the month and at 11:30 p.m. for example. And so this element will no more be seen from people after the 13th of the month. This is great. And that's a great solution if you want just to showcase some pop-ups during some special offer moments. Let's click on update now. We can go back to our home page, and our pop-up will look a little bit different now. Wow. It's at the center of the page. Now it's a little bit more intrusive. You say intrusive? Yeah, it's intrusive. And you can also set up in a design tab. You can also lock the scroll ability, so people won't be able to scroll in the page when the pop-up appears. Okay, that doesn't work. Why? I need to update before. Let's see if it works now. So when the pop-up is there, as you can see here, I'm no more able to scroll. The page is fixed. And so people need to do something with the pop-up if they want to navigate our website. Okay, and then we can also have a customization of the pop-up background backdrop. Okay, this is very important. We can enable it and we can update. And in this case, when the pop-up appears, all the background will be a little bit darker, as you can see, so people will be people's attention will be driven to our pop-up. that's a great solution if you want to showcase something very important and you want people to take action on your pop-up. So people can decide both to close or to click on find out more. If they close it, they can navigate and they can just go on navigating on our website. There is also another option if you want to trigger a pop-up when someone tries to exit and close the navigation tab. This is a great feature and I'll show you how to do so. You just go to the content blocks and to your pop-up, and when you go to Blocksy options up there, you will just need to scroll down here, and under trigger condition you will select on page exit intent. This is great. If you update now, you will just need to visit your website. Maybe we'll go and visit it from an incognito window. Okay, and now if I'm visiting my website and I try to close the tab navigation, as you can see, the pop-up is triggered and it appears to the user. This is a very powerful feature if you want to grab the visitor attention before they leave your website, maybe with a special offer or something like this. Another great feature about Blocksy pop-ups is the ability to link some buttons to your website to the pop-up. Like in this case, if I go to this website, I've created a button in my navigation bar, and when I click this button, this pop-up is loaded. How you can do that? It's very easy. You just need to go back to your website. You can enable the customizer, and then when you go to your Blocksy header, you just need to go on the button options and you will see a special option that will allow you to link your pop-up. So let's wait. Okay, let's go under in this button here, best deals, for example. And when I click on the button options, you will see here on the left side of the screen that we can select click behavior, and we can click on pop-up, and we can click also here to select our desired pop-up. When we publish our page now and we exit the customizer, when we will click on our best deals button, this pop-up will be loaded. This is great. But if I want to do the same thing using a different kind of button, for example, a button that I've inserted inside a page, it's a bit different. Now I've connected this button, for example, as you can see. And if you want to obtain this solution, you just need to edit your page, select the desired button. In this case, it's this one. And then you need to go back to your content blocks. And beside your pop-up, in this case, our special offer, you see that in the output column here, there is a value, which is this one, and you just need to copy it and paste it at the place of the button URL. So we go back here in the button, we scroll down to the options, link, okay, and then here, I just need to paste my pop-up value. Then I just need to update my page. I go back and visit it. And when I visit my page, the button is working. Perfect. And if you are using a normal Gutenberg button or an Elementor button, the process is the same. You just need to add your button, for example, here. And in the place where you can insert your URL, you just need to go there and paste the same code. Then when I update my page, I just need to visit it, and voila, my second button is here and it's connected to my pop-up. That's great. So you saw how easy it is to create custom pop-ups and custom bars and content blocks around your website. I'll show you one more content block, a little bit more complicated, but really not complicated, but a little bit more complex and very easy to set up. It's about shop page. If you want, you can also go on hooks location and click on show both themes or WooCommerce hooks. In this case, we need WooCommerce hooks. And you can see where you can insert content using the content blocks. For example, if I want a content to appear after the button here on the archive of WooCommerce, I can click here on the pencil icon, and it will bring me directly to the content blocks constructor, and I will be how you say here under the Blocksy settings, you will see the location and priority will be already set up to after shop loop item actions. So in this case, I can also change my title. I'll write down maybe custom text after add to cart. Okay. And here you can add custom text. For example, you can say if you also have a dynamic plugin You can also insert some dynamic content here, but I just want to show you quickly how you can improve your cards. You can add whatever you want to your WooCommerce cards and to whatever products you want, to whatever elements you want on your website. Here they're not showing up. Let's check why this is happening. Oh, display conditions. Okay, add display conditions, the entire website. Okay, we didn't add it, so it was very important to do so. Let's reload our shop page and let's see if the custom text. Oh, that's great. It appears right there. Wow. And so it's a great solution, as I was mentioning before. If you got some custom dynamic plugins like I don't know, like ACF combined with Stackable, for example, you can show some custom elements here, some maybe ratings or other stuff that you've added to your products, for example. You can do the same thing also if you're using a blog page and if you want to customize more the blog cards, for example. So you can customize completely also these blog cards, for example. So you can add content, whatever you want here. And it's really a great solution if you want to build complex websites in an easy and effective way. Using content blocks, you can also have a third solution, which is very interesting. You can go here under content blocks and you can select add new and custom template. This will allow you to basically to customize everything you need in your website. So archive template, single page template, single post template, header template, footer template, and 404 page template. So basically it's a solution that allows you to customize all the elements of your website in one place. And if you have some custom post types on your site, you will be able to customize also that templates. So let's check here, single template. If you have, no, maybe this is a little bit tricky, but if you have, let's say archive template, and let's give it a name, for example, custom blog category template. Okay, let's say that we want to change the template of our blog category, which is this one. It's a little bit simple like this, and we want to add some different kind of content, and we want to take control over it a little bit more deeper. So basically here, once you're inside here, we can go to Blocksy. You can select full page. Okay, so this will replace all the category page in this case, and we can go back down here. Okay, we can select the display conditions, and we can select only the archives in this case. Okay, but not all the archives, but only, for example, the archive of a custom category. So let's go down here. Okay, taxonomy ID. Let's select a specific there it is, design. I want this design category to be customized, so I include taxonomy ID design. Okay, that's it, and we can simply update now. If we reload the page, it will be blank because we didn't add any content. Or why it's not blank? Okay, let's make a test. So let's just insert one word to see if it's coming up in the front end. Okay, so once you begin to insert some content, you will see that this page gets updated. So our category page, in this case, our design category page, it's blank because we didn't add any dynamic content. For example, here I can use the custom loop builder of WordPress. So I can click on plus icon. There it is, query loop. Okay, I click on choose, and depending on the theme and on the plugins I have installed, you will have some different kind of solutions here, graphic solutions. I will choose one of these solutions, maybe this one. I like it. Okay, and as you can see, I am customizing completely the appearance of my category page in this case. But I will need to select this element. So I'll go to the list view, query loop, and then I go here, and I will just be sure to enable inherit query from template. So update. Okay, once I go back to my design page, if I reload my design page, I will see all my design articles like this. Very easy. And if you want to customize it, you can just select each element. You can customize it completely. For example, here I can make it a little bit smaller. Let's check it out like this by modifying the column structure. Maybe we'll do like this. We can also go here and enable a different dimension for the title and so on. You can also add a read more link, read more if you want. And wow, that's amazing. You can also maybe customize it a little bit more like this. Highlight. You can use this text color and highlight with this one, or maybe this one. And wow, it's great, simple, and very effective to use. Maybe here we can also have some kind of right alignment. Oh, this is working throughout all the elements. That's not the main thing that we wanted to do, but as you can see, it's very easy to set up. We can update now. We can also add maybe a border to the columns, maybe like this. We can add a background if you want, this one. And as I was mentioning, maybe a border, a little bit like this. No, maybe one. Okay. And wow, great. So if I reload my page, I will see all my blog posts like this. And I can also add whatever I want at the top or at the bottom of the page. So I can have some call to actions. Maybe if I want to add the same call to action that I have created in my content blocks, as I showed you before, I can go here on special offer, and I can just copy this content, copy block, and I can insert it here. Update. I can also make my page narrow width. It will be more easy to read and to navigate. I can go back down on my category page, and that's it. And I can also add some content. It's very important if I want to make it more complete. I can also add a title here. So I go to title and I go to archive title. Okay, I go to the options here. I just leave the category name, and I can also add a description. So term description. Okay, I can leave it like this, update. And if I go to my category page into my blog, and this moment I have to choose where are posts, all categories. Okay, let's open this page. And in the category page, I will see my design page. I can add a custom description here. Here you can add your custom description. You can also add some HTML if you're familiar with it, like links or stuff like this, whatever you want. Okay, and you can also add some content, and voila. Update. Now when I reload my design page, I will have a title. So this is the design category page. Here we can add some content as you saw, and we can also get rid of this space if you want, or we can align stuff differently, just easy as using Gutenberg. So like this, very intuitive, like this, update, and you are customizing all your category pages in this way. If I want to apply the same design of my category, this category, also to the other pages, let's say that we want to apply the same design also to the exterior category page, I just need to go back to my content block in this case, and I go back here to the Blocksy options, and I scroll down and I select, for example, I can also select all the taxonomy pages. For example, I can go here and I can go on post categories. So all post categories pages will show the same way using this kind of content. This is great. It's amazing how easy it is to set up a custom blog page like this one. And now if I go to the exterior category and I reload it, I just get the same design with the exterior category posts. So if I click on them, I just can visit the category post. That's great. Wow. If you have any question about this functionality, just drop me a line down in the comment section below. It's a very powerful functionality when you use the query loop, as you can see here, together with the with the Blocksy Premium template constructor, and you can basically create any kind of website using this. And as I was mentioning before, you can also use custom post types and advanced plugins like HEF, ACF, or Stackable with dynamic content and so on. Let's see how to set up a WooCommerce wishlist using Blocksy PRO options. Now you will see this wishlist in action. We will go to the shop page, and the thing that you will enable now, it's this one. You can click on the heart and you got this icon here appearing. You can visit your wishlist, and basically you can add to cart the product that you wishlisted before. This is a great solution if you want people to save their wishlist and to be able to buy when they are ready. And of course you can also enhance this page, and you can add some call to actions and so on. And the interesting thing here is that you can use this page also for users that are not your client yet. So you can use this feature even if a client is not logged in. That's great. Let's visit our shop page from an incognito mode, an incognito window, like this, okay? And here you can just navigate through the e-commerce website, and you can add some products to the favorites, like this, to your wish list, and you can go to the heart here, and this page will feature all your wish list. As you can see here, I'm not logged into the website, and this is a custom page that I can customize completely. For example, here I added a coupon code to encourage people to buy with a discount once they've saved their wish list. And that's it. So it's a very cool feature, very easy to enable. And once you are in the shop, you can choose if you want to show this heart icon like this, if you want to add this icon also to the product page like this, so people that will be able to add some product to the wish list directly also from the product page. And you can also add the same thing to the category pages. In this case, as you can see, hearts are enabled also in category pages. So that's a great feature. Let's see how to apply it. Let's go to our website. Let's be sure to enable Blocksy Premium, and then we will go here to Blocksy. We just need to go to extensions, Pro extensions, and to check that we have enabled WooCommerce Extra. Make the shopping experience better for your visitors. Add features such product quick view, wishlist functionality, and so on. So that's basically what we need. We click on activate, and once we activate this function, we need to go to visit our website. We need to activate the customizer, and then we need to go to scroll down, basically. Okay, we'll scroll down here through the options, and we will see that there is a WooCommerce section here. We can go to general, we can go to product wishlist, and we will be able to enable this feature. We can choose if you want to show a wishlist page to logged in users, okay, or to all users. So if you select logged in users, only people that are logged into your website, that are registered clients, will be able to see the wishlist, feature, and to wishlist some products, for example. And then here you can choose where to display this wishlist button. For example, on archive pages, on single product pages, and on quick view modal. I've selected all three of them, and I leave it like this, for example. Now you can also add an Ajax add to cart and enable Ajax loading. Let's see what this does to your website. Then here we have all users. If you want to enable the wishlist functionality to all users, even to people that are not yet registered to your website, as I showed you before, it's very easy and handy solution, this one. So let's select like this. You can also create a special page that you will use to create this wish list. In this case, I've created the page Your Wish List. I'll show you how to do so. It's very easy. You just go to your website, you go to New Page, you create a wish list page, just giving it the title, Your Wish List. Then you go down here and you can write down whatever you want. For example, feel free to use the wish coupon to get a 20% discount at checkout, for example. No, here you can also highlight your coupon if you need to do so. That's a great solution. You can also make it bold, and then people will be encouraged to buy from your wishlist page. You can publish your page then when you're ready. You don't need to do anything more in this page. You just need to go here then to your wishlist options, and you need to select your wishlist page. In this case, your wishlist. Okay, let's click on publish now. We can also design some elements of the wishlist section, in this case, and also of the wishlist icon, but in this case, I don't need to do so. I leave it like this. And I can go back here also, and I can add this wishlist element to our navigation. So let's go back here to the element page, and you will see there is this wishlist option here that you can just drag and drop whatever you want in your navigation. I suggest you to put it behind or beside the account element or beside the basket element in this case, which is a good user experience practice. So the wishlist element can be customized here. You can choose a different type of icons. You can choose also custom icons if you want, and you can just select all different kind of options as you wish. Now I will just publish my wish list. Okay, one thing you can also do to check this functionality is also to go to headers here, global header, and we can also enable sticky functionality for the top and main row, for example. Okay, let's see if it will work well for us, or maybe for all rows, so we can just see how everything works. Okay. Or maybe no, it will be maybe easy for only top row. Okay, let's click on publish now. Okay, let's go and test this functionality. So we will just reload our page, and when we are in the shop page, we will see all the icons here. You see all the heart icons. That's great. And basically there is an error that now, because the top row becomes white when we scroll down. We can fix it really quickly like this. We can go to the top row, we go to design, sticky state, we just place a dark background. Okay, that's it. Go back here to the shop page. Now when we scroll down, the top bar will stay there, and we will just test out this add to wishlist functionality. So let's click on the heart. You will see this badge updating, so 4, 5 elements and so on. And if I want to go back to my wishlist, I can go here. And in this case, the wishlist will be displayed under the My Account page in WooCommerce. There is an Express tab created by Blocksy here automatically. We don't need to do anything. So users that are logged in will see this page when they add some product to their wishlist. But what happens when people add them and they're not logged into your website? As I showed you before, it's easy. They just go to the shop page, and they will be able to add to their wish list whatever product they want. If they visit this product, for example, and they think it's a great product, they have this heart here, and they can simply add it to their wish list. And voila, this is updating. And this page is visible even if you are not a customer yet. So people can just copy this code, and they can go add to cart, and they will be able to buy something. There is the basket here. And that's it. That's very easy. They can proceed to the checkout, and they will be able to buy our object in this case. Last thing, we can also see that in the shop view, we have the quick view on our products, and even in the quick view, we got this heart here, so people can add to their wish list the product. A great feature in Blocksy Premium is the Post Types Extra, and this is a feature that allows you to create dynamic content archives and loops. It's great because once you activate it, it will be integrated with ICF or with Jet Engine or with Toolset, all this kind of plugins that allows you to create dynamic content into your WordPress website will be supported into Blocksy directly. So when you click on activate, you will see that in the customizer, when you go, for example, to a page, to a blog post archive or to a custom post type archive, like in my case, I created a custom post type using Jet Engine, which is, by the way, a great plugin, and I love it. And I recommend you to check it out if you want to create dynamic websites with WordPress. In this case, I've created a custom post type called movies because I want to make movie reviews, for example. And as you can see, there are these cards. And I don't have many options here. I just have the basic options of WordPress. But once I activate this these options here, post type extra. If I reload my customizer, I will see here in the post meta there will be some more options regarding, in this case, Jet Engine, because it's the plugin I am using to create my custom post types and my dynamic content. So when I reload the page, I go here and edit my archive. When I scroll down and go to cards options, I'll see down here Jet Engine field. This is great because Blocksy recognized immediately that I have installed this plugin Jet Engine and that I'm using it to create custom post types and custom fields. Also, when I go here on post meta, I can find my Jet Engine field. And this is great because you can, as you can see here, add some more information. For example, in my custom post type, I've added the length of the film and my opinion. This is not true because I love the film Into the Wild. It was just for the purpose of the demo here. I love this film. I love all of these 3 films. They're great. And by the way, as you can see here, it's very easy to add some custom content. For example, I've added a field called movie length in this case, and as you can see, it's very easy to showcase it in this way. Very clean, very perfect, I must say, and it's a great solution to display custom fields like this. And once inside your post, you will see, for example, if I click on edit my movie, in this case, my movie review, as you can see here, there are my custom fields, movie length and my opinion, and they are taken like this here, and I can just display them whatever I want into my custom cards, for example. And this is just one of the options that it's enabled when you enable this Blocksy premium option. You also have a bunch of other stuff. For example, you can enable in the single, let's go inside here into the single movie review, for example. You can add some elements like read progress, which is great. You also have some other stuff. For example, if I enable it also in my blog posts, maybe let's go to blog. I can go in single post and I can add even here my read progress. Okay, I can publish it, and then I will also have some more options when I am in the category pages. For example, if I go on my in my blog, I select here, I go to my category exterior, for example. If I click on edit category, I'll see that there will be some more options. For example, I can assign a featured image to my category, which is a great solution for many use cases, and maybe this one, for example. And I can add also an accent color. So all these little options are enabled by this great option here that you can see here. But the main one, of course, is the support for the dynamic fields, as we saw before. Another great feature is the shortcuts bar. We can click on activate, and once we activate it, we can see on our website from the mobile navigation, there is this sweet bar here. It's great, and you can add some buttons, some quick call to actions, which is really handy when people visit your website from their phones, for example. But you can also leave this bar enabled even from desktop view. As you can see here, this quick call to action bar, it's enabled even here, down here. But how we can customize it and make it maybe keep it more, make it more effective? It's very easy. We can go on customize after we have activated here from the Pro extensions tab. We can go here on customizer. We can scroll down to the left side and we search for extensions shortcuts bar. Once we enable this shortcut bar, we will see it here in the bottom of the website, and we can choose between type number 1 and type number 2, which is a floating bar. And then we can also design it, so we can use different kind of fonts color, item divider, and I suggest you also to use a different background maybe to make the bar stand out more, a little bit more. We can use maybe a darker one. This is great, I like it. And of course we will need to change the font color and the icons color in this case. Okay, we will also be able to add some shadow maybe like this, so that it will stand even more from the rest of the website. That's perfect. And you can now play and see if the type number 1 or number 2 is better for you. In this case, I will leave the number 1. I like it. Okay. And I can add some content here. I can remove or add some content. So I can choose my first call to action to the left side of the bar, I can change the icon, for example, and make it this one, or just search for a font awesome icon. And for example, if my website it's about reviews of some products, maybe some Android products, I can choose this one, and I can also have a label. I can add my label here on desktop, for example, and I can also have it for tablet mode, but I will maybe also for phone mode. So I go here, and my label is latest reviews, for example. And I can do the same here for the second one, for the phone call to action. Of course, I can insert here my phone number if I want. If I want to make a quick link to call me, or I can also change the icon and use it for some other call to action. So maybe follow on Instagram. So I will type in Instagram. Okay, this is my icon, and I will write down here, follow me on Instagram, for example. Instagram. Okay. And here, of course, I will need to put my Instagram link. But in this case, as you can see, this is a call to action created expressly for phone numbers. But if I want to change it, I just need to go here, and I can go to custom. I can go to plus, so I can delete my phone label if I don't want it, or just as you can see, hide it like this. And under custom, I will go here, I will search for Instagram. Okay, and voila, I will just need to replace this with my Instagram link, and here I can say Instagram. Okay, great. Open link in a new tab. In this case, I can add also some custom classes to my icon, to my call to action, and that's it. So you can add whatever you want down here. You can also add a quick link to your email address, a scroll to top button if you need it, if you want to test it up. Scroll to top. You can also add a wish list, which is connected to your wish list that we enabled before in the tutorial. You can also add what we can add also a shop button, a cart button, and so on. So you can enable basically any kind of quick links that will be interesting for your users. A quick link to the shop page may be interesting if you have an e-commerce too, or a quick link to your cart page may be interesting too. So you have to choose, of course, because you better not fill with all this kind of different call to actions your bottom bar, but it's a great solution for different kind of elements, you see. And now, for example, here, latest reviews, you should use a custom one, and you can duplicate this one, you can remove this one, and in this case I have this duplicate one here, and I can use this one for custom reviews, and I can use my custom link here. I can change the icon, and I can put this one, and that's it. I can just make it open the same tab, and once I publish this, I can go and visit my website from the outside. So let's go and check it out, and voila, we've created a beautiful bottom bar. Of course, on mobile it will be a little bit more crowded here down here. So when you visit your website from the mobile point of view, let's check it out from here, maybe doing the inspect. Okay, let's say we will see. Okay, as you can see here, there are too much elements, so we can choose to hide some of these icons when people are on mobile. We can go down here and go on visibility, and maybe we don't need people to see reviews on mobile. We don't need people to see the shopping cart, maybe, and we don't need people to see the scroll to top, for example. And we can disable these quick links on the mobile experience. So when we reload the mobile website, we will just have the main icons: Instagram, wishlist, and shop page. I think this is a really cool functionalities which enable visitors to navigate your website easily, and it's a great solution. You can place there whatever you want, offers, quick links, or phone links, email links, whatever you want. As you can see, it's very, very easy. If you want, of course, you can also choose if you want to show this bar only for some special devices. For example, if you scroll down here, you can choose the visibility. If you want to hide this bar for desktop users, you can just click here and you will see that only people accessing from tablet and phone will be able to see it. And that's it. This is a really cool feature. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. Now, there is a great functionality in order to increase the speed of your website, and so loading time will be even faster now, and we will also be able to be more GDPR compliant if your website is being used also in Europe. So let's go on Blocksy, content blocks, and we see that in the let's go on Blocksy, and then we can click on extensions and we select Pro extensions. Here we can scroll down and we can see that there is this option, which is a great option, local Google fonts. We activate it and we can just choose which Google font we want to add locally. So we go to the front end of our website and just check which fonts we are using on our website. I personally use the What Font extension of Chrome browser, and I can just see that going with the mouse on different words, I'm just using Poppins in my website. Okay, Poppins font is a great font, by the way. So I just need to load it locally. Let's go back here. Let's go to local Google fonts. Let's go to add Google fonts and let's search for Poppins. Once we found Poppins, we selected it. We click on the plus icon here. We click here and then we sync Google fonts. So all the existing Poppins fonts on our website will be replaced with the local one, and our website will be GDPR compliant, and most of all it will be very quick to load. So let's reload the page, and now my font is loading from my website. That's a really cool feature. Let's mention quickly also that you can use this option to create multiple sidebars and to display them in different pages and parts of your website. We can see this very quickly. For example, if I go and create a new sidebar, I will be able to do so by the widgets area. From the widgets area, I can give this sidebar a name. For example, this will be my blog archive sidebar. Okay, let's click on create sidebar and I can add all the widgets I need. So let's make like this. Let's select widget group. Okay, we can add some content here, maybe some buttons, a call to action. And then we can also add a title here. Okay, we can also add a paragraph. Maybe no, like this. We should be able to do so like this. Okay, paragraph. And we can also move it. Oh, this is outside the group. Let's check it out from here. Widget group, the paragraph should be inside the widget group. Okay, great. So we can update and we will see that this sidebar, we can choose here in the display conditions. We can choose where to display this sidebar. So let's click on add display condition. We can choose in the entire website, or we can choose also in the, in this case, we will use it for the blog archive. Let's see if it's possible to select just the blog archive. This one, it's the blog archive. Perfect. So we save our settings, and when we go now to the blog archive, let's click on view site. Let's click on the blog page, this one. Okay, this is my blog archive. I want to change it. I just go on customizer and I will simply change my blog archive and I will add a sidebar. So let's go here to sidebar. Here we can just adjust the design part. We will see it later. And we can go on blog posts. Okay. And here I just wanted to change also the grid view. I don't like this one. I just want to change it to grid view. Okay. And then I will go here and page elements. I will add my sidebar. I can also choose if I want it to the left side or to the right side of the page. As you can see here, my custom sidebar appeared here. And this is great. I can also go back here and make some design changes, some global design changes. If I go to sidebar, and I can choose different kind of options here, as you can see, and they are all very interesting, and you can also design them. You can add some border, for example, on all the different widgets. And this is great because if you add multiple widgets, it gives you the ability to play around. And you can also have a sticky sidebar. This is great. You can separate widgets. You can have a sticky sidebar. And this is awesome if you're promoting something on your blog or somewhere else in your sidebar. And the sidebar will follow along when people scroll down. This is great. I love this option. And you can also make the sticky behavior to the entire sidebar. If you have 2 or 3 widgets, that will work fine, I think. But you can also limit it to the last 1 or 2 widgets, for example. Let's say that we want only the last widget to be sticky. And if we add some more, we can go down to appearance and to widgets if you want to customize your sidebar. And we can add one more widget. For example, we can go on the blog archive sidebar and we can add a new group widget, a widget group, perfect. We can use it to create something cool. Okay, cool widget. Hello. Okay, great. To use a different widget, this one, okay, with this one it's working. Okay, great. So let's use this one, for example, update, and we can go, or we can also add some links or whatever we want to our image, for example. And then when we go back to our blog post here, we publish to our blog page. Let's visit it from here. We will see that there will be 2 widgets and the last one will be sticky. And now we just have okay, we just can do the test from here, which is great because there's more space to scroll down here. So let's scroll down so I can show you that the last widget will be sticky. Okay, so only the last one, as you can see here, is sticky and is scrolling down with us. So you can also, whenever you want, you can also change the position or the design of your sidebar. You just go here, you go to sidebar and you can change the design. You can see here, it's very easy. When one click, you can change all the design. You can also change the width of your sidebar, the gap, the container inner spacing, and so on. It's very easy to customize everything. And you can also, if you go back to the entire sidebar, you will see that all the widgets will scroll down with you and they will be sticky when you scroll down the page. You see, this is also very interesting, like a great behavior if you are promoting something on your sidebar and you don't want to, and you want to display it all the time to your viewers. Okay, that's it. So we have customized our sidebar and other kind of options you got when you use Blocksy Premium. Let's go here and check them out to have a final checkout of the Pro extensions. You will see you have also some fonts. You can add Adobe fonts, custom code snippets, custom fonts. This is important because you can use it in order to add, for example, Google Analytics or some other stuff that you need to add code to your entire website. Or if you need to add some code to your single pages or posts, you can do like this by activating this functionality. And you can also add a white label functionality. This will allow you to replace all the Blocksy elements. So here you can change it. You can add your logo, you can add your name, for example, or your agency name or your freelancing name, for example. You can basically you can hide everything related to Blocksy. Even here you can make this disappear and so on. So when you enable white label, it's great if you are creating a website for your clients and you need it to be completely clean with your logo and with your stuff inside. You can just do so by creating it, by activating the white label feature. Thank you for watching this video. I'm very happy that you watched till this point of the video. And in this case, I've also got a great resource for you. There is a full tutorial if you want to create a website starting from scratch using Blocksy and Stackable. I'll leave you the link in the description below and in video cards right here. And this tutorial is perfect if you're just starting and you want to know more about Blocksy and about Stackable. If you got any questions about Blocksy Pro, just write me a comment down below. I would be very happy to read it and to reply to you if I have an answer. I also remind you that I've got a free Facebook community that you can join by clicking on this link, and it will be great for you because it's a great way to share your WordPress experience with other people that are creating and managing WordPress websites like you are. Thank you in advance. If you want to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course, if you want to see more content like this one, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Take a Tutorial, and see you in the next video.